Book of Proverbs, chapter 24, verse 1. Proverbs 24 and 1. Proverbs, the 24th chapter and the first verse. And we're on number 19. Don't be jealous of evil people. Have no desire to be around them. In their hearts, they plan to do evil. All they talk about is making trouble. Number 20. Good homes are built on wisdom and understanding. Knowledge fills the rooms with rare and beautiful treasures. 21. Wisdom makes a man more powerful. Knowledge gives a man strength. Get good advice before you start a war. To win, you must have many good advisors. 22. Fools cannot understand wisdom. They have nothing to say when people are discussing important things. 23. If you start planning ways to do wrong, people will learn that you're a troublemaker. Such foolish plans are wrong, and people have no respect for someone who laughs at what is right. 24. If you're weak in times of trouble, that's real weakness. 25. If you see someone on their way to death or in danger of being killed, you must do something to save them. You cannot say, it's none of my business. The Lord knows everything, and he knows why you do things. He watches you, and he'll pay you back for what you do. 26. My son, eat honey. It's good. Honey straight from the honeycomb is the sweetest. In the same way, know that wisdom is good for you. Wisdom will give you something to hope for that will not disappoint you. 27. Don't be like a criminal who makes plans to rob those who are good or take away their homes. Good people might fall again and again, but they always get up. It's the wicked who are defeated by their troubles. 28. Don't be happy when your enemy has troubles. Don't be glad when they fall. The Lord will see this, and he might be upset with you and decide not to punish your enemy. 29. Don't let those don't let those who are evil upset you. Don't be jealous of them. They have no hope. Their light will burn out. 30. Son, respect the Lord and the king. Don't join with those who are against him, because people that can quickly be destroyed. You have no idea how much trouble God and the king can make for their enemies. More wise sayings. These are also words from the wise. A judge must be fair. He must not support some people simply because he knows them. The people will turn against a judge who lets the guilty go free. Even the people of other nations will curse him. But if judge punishes the guilty, then people will be happy with him, and he will be a blessing to them. An honest answer is as pleasing as a kiss on the lips. First, get your fields ready. Next, plant your crops, and then build your house. Don't speak against someone without a good reason, or you will appear foolish. Don't say, you hurt me, so I'll do the same to you. I'll punish you for what you did to me. I walked past a field that belonged to a lazy man. It was a vineyard that belonged to someone who understood nothing. Weeds were growing everywhere. Wild vines covered the ground. The wall around the vineyard was broken and falling down. I looked at this and thought about it. This is what I learned. A little sleep, a little rest, folding your arms, taking a nap. These things will make you poor very quickly. Soon you'll have nothing, as if a thief broke in and took everything away. Proverbs 25, more wise sayings from Solomon. These are some wise sayings from Solomon. These proverbs were copied by servants of Hezekiah, the king of Judah. We honor God for the things he keeps secret, but we honor kings for the things they can discover. We cannot discover how high the sky is above us or how deep the earth is beneath. The same is true with the minds of kings. We cannot understand them. Remove the worthless things from silver to make it pure, and a worker can make something beautiful. Take the evil advisors away from a king, and goodness will make his kingdom strong. Don't brag about yourself before the king and pretend you are something important. It's much better for the king to invite you to take a more important position than to embarrass you in front of his officials. Don't be too quick to tell a judge about something you saw. You'll be embarrassed if someone else proves you wrong. If you want to tell your friends about your own problems, tell them. But don't discuss what someone told you in private. Whoever hears it will lose their respect for you and will never trust you again. Saying the right thing at the right time is like a golden apple in a silver setting. Wise advice to a listening ear is like gold earrings or fine jewelry. To his master who sent him, a messenger who can be trusted is as refreshing as a drink of cold water on a hot summer day. People who promise to give gifts but never give them are like clouds and wind that bring no rain. With patience, you can make anyone change their thinking, even a ruler. Gentle speech is very powerful. Honey is good, but don't eat too much of it or you'll be sick. And don't visit your neighbor's homes too often or they'll begin to hate you. A person who gives false testimony against a neighbor is as deadly as a club, a sword, and a very sharp arrow. Never depend on a liar in times of trouble. It's like chewing with a bad tooth or walking with a crippled foot. Singing happy songs to a sad person is as foolish as taking a coat off on a cold day or mixing soda and vinegar. If your enemies are hungry, give them something to eat. If they're thirsty, give them some water. This will make them feel the burning pain of shame, and the Lord will reward you for being good to them. Just as wind blowing from the north brings rain, telling secrets brings anger. It is better to live in a small corner of the roof than to share the house with a woman who is always arguing. Good news from a faraway place is like a cool drink of water when you're hot and thirsty. Good people who don't stand strong against evil are like springs that have been polluted or pools that have been turned dirty and muddy. Just as eating too much honey is not good, it's not good for people to always be looking for honor. People who cannot control themselves are like cities without walls to protect them. Proverbs 26, wise sayings about fools. Just as snow should not fall in summer nor rain at harvest time, so people should not honor a fool. Don't worry when someone curses you for no reason. Nothing bad will happen. Such words like birds that fly past and never stop. You have to whip a horse. You have to put a bridle on a mule, and you have to beat a fool. There's no good way to answer fools when they say something stupid. If you answer them, then you too will look like a fool. If you don't answer them, they'll think they're smart. Never let a fool carry your message. If you do, it will be like cutting off your own feet. You're only asking for trouble. A fool trying to say something wise is like a crippled person trying to walk. Showing honor to a fool is as bad as trying to tie a rock in a sling. A fool trying to say something wise is like a drunk trying to pick a thorn out of his hand. Hiring a fool or a stranger who is just passing by is dangerous. You don't know who might get hurt. Like a dog that returns to his vomit, a fool does the same foolish things again and again. People who think they're wise when they are not are worse than fools. A person who is lazy, wants to stay home, says, what if there's a lion out there? Really, there may be a lion in the street. Like a door on its hinges, a lazy man turns back and forth on his bed. Lazy people are too lazy to lift the food from their plate to their mouth. Lazy people think they're 7 times smarter than the people who really have good sense. To step between two people arguing is as foolish as going out into the street and grabbing a stray dog by the ears. Anyone who would trick someone and then say, I was only joking, is like a fool who shoots flaming arrows into the air and accidentally kills someone. Without wood, a fire goes out. Without gossip, arguments stop. Charcoal keeps the coals glowing. Wood keeps the fire burning. And troublemakers keep arguments alive. People love to hear gossip. It's like tasty food on its way to the stomach. Good words that hide an evil heart are like silver paint over a cheap clay pot. Evil people say things to make themselves look good, but they keep their evil plans a secret. What they say sounds good, but don't trust them. They're full of evil ideas. They hide their evil plans with nice words, but in the end, everyone will see the evil they do. Whoever digs a pit can fall into it. Whoever rolls a large stone can be crushed by it. Liars hate the people they hurt, and false praise can hurt people. Proverbs 27. Never brag about what you'll do in the future. You have no idea what tomorrow will bring. Never praise yourself. Let others do it. A stone is heavy and sand is hard to carry, but the irritation caused by a fool is much harder to bear. Anger is cruel and can destroy like a flood, but jealousy is much worse. Open criticism is better than hidden love. You can trust what your friend says, even when it hurts, but your enemies want to hurt you, even when they act nice. When you're full, you will not even eat honey. When you're hungry, even something bitter tastes sweet. A man away from home is like a bird away from its nest. Perfume and incense makes you feel good, and so does good advice from a friend. Don't forget your own friend or your father's friends. If you have a problem, go to your neighbor for help. It's better to ask a neighbor who is near than a brother who's far away. My son, be wise. This will make me happy. Then I'll be able to answer those who criticize me. Wise people see trouble coming and get out of its way, but fools go straight to the trouble and suffer for it. When you make a deal with a stranger, get something from him and any other foreigners with him to make sure he'll pay you. Don't wake up your neighbors early in the morning with a shout of good morning. They will treat it like a curse, not a blessing. A complaining wife is like water that never stops dripping on a rainy day. Stopping her is like trying to stop the winter, trying to hold oil in your hand. As one piece of iron sharpens another, so friends keep each other sharp. People who take care of fig trees are allowed to eat the fruit. In the same way, people who take care of their masters will be rewarded. Just as you can see your own face reflected in the water, so your heart reflects the kind of person you are. Just as the place of death and destruction is never full, people always want more and more. People use fire to purify gold and silver. In the same way, you're tested by the praise people give you. Even if you pound fools to powder like grain in a bowl, you'll never force the foolishness out of them. Learn all you can about your sheep. Take care of your goats the best you can. Neither wealth nor nations last forever. Cut the hay, the new grass will grow. Then gather the new plants that grow on the hills. Cut the wool from your lambs and make your clothes. Sell some of your goats and buy some land. Then there'll be plenty of goat's milk for you and your family, with enough to keep the servants healthy. This is the word of the Lord. Place those words in the comment section. This is the word of the Lord. And be sure to follow, like, share, and subscribe, and encourage others to join in with us as we read through the Bible. As you share this with others. Hit that share button down at the bottom of the screen and encourage others to join with us.